Virginia.
Mr. President, in the spirit of what our leaders said about us trying to move along, I think while we may have a variety of views, we all know with $16.5 trillion in debt, a debt that goes up by $3 billion every night, the last thing we should do is dig this hole any deeper. This amendment is paired actually with an amendment that will be offered later by my friend from South Dakota, Senator Thune. Senator Thune's amendment would repeal the estate tax without any ability to offset it with additional revenue. Mr. President, I believe that the estate tax is actually a meaningful part of our tax code, and we have put in place appropriate exemptions, $5 million a person, $10 million a couple. That means the estate tax right now only applies to about 3,800 people a year. Yet if we were to repeal the estate tax without any offset, that would add $600 billion to our debt. We spent a lot of time over these last number of months talking about the dramatic cuts to a defense and sequester, $550 billion. Repeal
Senator's time has expired.
I would urge you, if you want to repeal the state tax, pay for it, vote for the Warner Amendment 693.
Who yields time in opposition?
Mr. President.
Senator from South Dakota.
Mr. President, I appreciate the effort being made by the senator from Virginia. He's moving in the right direction. We do need to get rid of this once and for all. And I'd be happy to accept his amendment by voice if he'd be willing to do that. But I do think it's important that we have a vote on eliminating the death tax. The death tax is a punitive tax. It hits farmers and ranchers squarely in the face at a time when they're trying to pass on their farm or ranch operation to the next generation of Americans. And by the way, the amendment that I will offer is a deficit-neutral reserve fund. It would be offset. It simply is the point that the senator from Virginia made about it not being offset is not accurate. So the way that we would approach this, it would have to be offset, but it is time that we put a stake in the heart of the death tax and end it once and for all.
Senator from Virginia.
Mr. President, I believe we need a balanced approach, and the notion that we can continue to take away revenue sources is not a responsible way to address this budget, and I would urge my colleagues to support Amendment 693 that says if you're going to repeal the estate tax, $600 billion deeper into debt.
Time has expired.